Good morning, one and all. What a wonderful day it is today. Little man's off. We're off down to the lawn and do a little bit of weeding. Not my favourite job, I'll be honest with you, but it's got to be done. And we'll talk a little bit more about that while I'm doing it. But for now, I just wanted to say something about how wonderful and how beautiful life feels at the moment. The sun's shining, spring is definitely in the air. The leaves are almost fully on the trees and the mornings start to feel warmer. You know, we're not turning the heating on first thing in the morning when we come downstairs anymore. Everything feels beautiful. Everything feels very peaceful. Such a beautiful life and in such a beautiful location with such a wonderful family, you know. I feel very grateful every day, but today especially grateful. I'd like to be able to share that with you guys in some way, and I don't know quite how I can share it with you, except to say, if you're waking up this morning or if you're halfway through your day today and you're having a good day or an average day or a not so good day, maybe think really hard about how you can make it a beautiful day, a really nice day. Go out and do something that's really special for you, something that you've been looking forward to. Bring it forward and do it today. And if you need an excuse to do something kind, something good for yourself today, then just say, hey, you know what? John's having a great day, so should I. And why not? I hope this little ramble hasn't been too long, and I hope it's got to the point quick enough. But now I'm going to do some weeding. What have you got there, Crusoe? Hey, what are they? No, they're bowls. I'm going to go and have some fun with Crusoe. Run.
By the beauty of your life, I have seen a miracle. I have seen a miracle. Blessed days with you in the corner of my arm. I have seen a miracle. I have seen a miracle. The sun, it shines for you. The grass is green, the sky is blue. And there you are, like you are. You're feeling so natural.
Well done, you, Crusoe.
Find your blue-eyed way. My darling will guide you, but you find it on your own. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound is to me. I have seen a miracle. I have seen the earth is here, it's here for you. The 7 fish, the owls too. And there you are, like you are. You're feeling so natural. Find your blue-eyed way. My darling will guide you, but you find it on your own.
So between the flower border here and the lawn area here, there's a little trench that runs, sort of demarcates the line. And in that trench, a lot of grass seed has been washed into it as we've been watering. All I'm doing, rather than throwing it away and throwing it in the bin with the rest of the weeds, I'm digging it up and I'm finding spots across the lawn where I can, that are patchy, that are empty of grass seed. And I'm filling them up with these seed here, with these little saplings here. So hopefully it's a good idea. Well, it feels like it's a good idea anyway. I've been doing it a few weeks now, and it seems to be working quite nicely. How does it look, Crusoe?
Yes.
Then out the way, you're in the way. Here's the grass. Look, that's what we need, isn't it? Yeah, look. That's a good one. Right. Yeah. What about this one? How's that? Look at all of that stuff. Wow. That's going to be great in the lawn, isn't it? And that one. Right, let's go and find a place for it. That's it. What have you got there? Have you got some rubbish? Watch the flowers, Crusoe. There, okay, you like to do that. One of the fun things about this project is being able to do it with Crusoe. You know, and I don't know. It's one of those, careful of the flowers, Crusoe. It's one of those jobs where, you know, you can be overly precious about your flower borders and about your flowers. But then it's a case of, you know, just deciding what's more important. Is it more important that Crusoe and I do this together and we break a few things along the way? Or is it more important that I do it on my own and either put Crusoe away in the house or have him with me but constantly tell him not to do things? I don't want to be a parent that tells my kid constantly, don't do this, stop doing it, no, no, no. I want to be a parent that actively encourages stuff like this. So that Crusoe can learn and really be a part of the family. We do this every day, and it would be unfair for him to sit on the sidelines and just watch that. And I think, you know, I'd much rather have him here with me too, doing this. And look, I mean, he's almost just decapitated a lily there. Very good, Crusoe. Well done. Look, there's another one coming through here, so we've got to be careful. But you know, 1 or 2 lilies, I think it would be a sacrifice I'm pretty much happy to make. Ultimately, I'm going to plant so many flowers here that it's going to be a huge cacophony of colour eventually, June, July time, that hopefully it won't matter too much whether Crusoe smashes his way through a few of them right now. Yeah, I understand they're weeds, but they also bring a lot of colour and a lot of life, and we would call them wildflowers, I think, in the UK rather than weeds. Having them as part of the flower border is great. You know, it's great for diversity. Obviously, the bees and the pollinators really love that kind of stuff too. So having them as part of a flower border, I think is really great. All right, stop rabbiting on, John. Let's take this up to the compost and then come back and carry on. Okay, this way. Come on. Yeah. Come on. This way, Crusoe. Come on. Hello, my darling.
Hello, love.
Crusoe found you then.
He did. Hello, buddy. Again. Okay, let's go.
What are you up to?
So, I am just marking out the paths that we're going to put in place.
Okay.
And then we're going to start planting vegetables.
Is it?
Yeah. I've got broccoli, cauliflower,
Yeah.
sweet potatoes, all sorts.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're making a path now, is it?
Yeah, well, I just thought I'd mark out the paths.
Okay.
So we know we want to come in there, this one to the greenhouse.
Yeah.
Up a bit, one to the water.
Yeah.
Crusoe's making it slightly less neat and tidy, but you
Look
know.
at that. It's fun. So this is how the soil was when I made the lawn.
Amazing, isn't
Just
it?
like this.
Yeah.
And I stamped it all.
Well, I'm not going to stomp it all, but
No, you don't need
there
it
is
all.
a lot of work to do for sure.
Yes, and then I'll catch up with you later, darling.
Okay.
All right, before we carry on with this episode, one little thing just to say.
Our next episode is going to be a question and answer. So please ask any questions you'd like to know. pop them in the comment box below and we will do our very best to answer as many as possible on Wednesday's episode.
Absolutely. The gnarlier the better, but if it's too gnarly, we're not answering it. So you could be asking questions like, how much did this property cost? Some of you might already know that.
Yep. Are we going to have another baby?
Good question. You could ask, what is the sum total of pi times 63? We'll have a go.
I won't. Anything. Anyway, anything you want to know, please pop it in the comments box below. And yeah, like I say, see you on Wednesday.
See you on Wednesday.
So while Crusoe's off chasing the chickens and John's on the lawn, I've been meaning to draw a map of what I think we should do here, but I haven't got around to it. So I think I'm just going to crack on. I'm going to start with laying out some paths, make use of this bamboo finally. And then Joao's going to help me, teach me how to dig some beds and things. Sorry's in the background there. Teach me how to dig some beds and also give me some advice on where everything should go because he is, after all, an expert. As with all things like this, Crusoe's just going to come and move the bamboo. Those bamboo markers really are just to almost train us to walk along the path so that we compact the pathways. And then I'll probably put wood chip down on them so that in time, you know, we'll be able to use them almost as like a composting source, which is quite exciting. And we've got some logs lying around the farm, which I know John is excited to slice into slices so that we can use as kind of paving slabs and stepping stones through it. So it's going to look quite sweet. Did you plant a dandelion? Good work. This is so exciting. This is quite literally the very beginning of this garden design. And you're here for it. So thank you so much. I'm so excited to watch it kind of progress and develop and grow. And well, it's just amazing to have you all along for the ride. So thanks for being here. Any comments, ideas, thoughts, advice, always so welcome. So drop it in the comments below. We love hearing from you and it really does mean the world to us because in most cases, you know a lot more about this stuff than I do. Crusoe's already moved my paths, so I should probably stop chatting and go and fix them. But as I say, thank you so much for all of your wisdom, like Chris and Sue who gave us so much advice about our composting. All of it means so much to us and, well, it just helps me masses. So, comments below. So this bit is going to be a continuation of the cobbles for as long as we can go while we've got the cobbles. So I'm just going to mark it out with the cobbles on the edge so that we know where it's going. But it all needs to be dug out so that we can get them in place. It's heavy, hey? There we go. First 3 paths it's probably time we start getting on with some beds. There is an awful lot that needs to get into the ground. And all of these projects for me always feel like they're on something of a time limit because it's all going to depend on when one of these babies needs a nappy change or a feed or something that means I have to stop. So, best to getting on with it. So I'm going to start with getting these, which I think some are cauliflower and some are broccoli, into the ground. I was just asking Joao if this was all right and it was like good to plant. We are so grateful to have him here and his expertise because Joao and his family have been farming in this area for decades, and so they know what they're doing. I, on the other hand, have absolutely no idea. So, dig. Can you help me dig a hole for these broccoli and cauliflower? Yeah, look at that, it's a baby broccoli. Should we put them in here? Anyway, like John says, best piece of advice is just get it in the ground. There we go. Well done, Crusoe. Well done, buddy. Next one. Should we put him here?
Wow.
What is it?
Cauliflower.
A cauliflower. We can make him stand up. They're mini. Oh, lots, buddy. Hang on, I'll dig holes. This is a cauliflower.
I wake up in the morning in this great blue state. Golden fingers caress my face. Slips through the window on a silky breeze. A dreamer's line to plant some seeds. She's my believer, healing all my
Joao doesn't like it.
A light
We're gonna plant it.
mirror, reflecting out every true potential. A bedrock belief in a elaborate plot to set this bird free from every element of waste, every color that's attached. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea for the ancient memories, just as fleeting as a breeze. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea.
Okay, so we start to get a bit of a plan. We've got cauliflower and broccoli in there next to the beans, and the cabbages and the onions. I've now got beetroot. So they're going to go in here next to the broccoli and the cauliflower. And then in this bed here, oops, I'm moving the path, which is not good. This bed here, Joao's just laid out for us, is going to be potatoes. We've got potatoes sprouting in the adega, ready to go in, but today's Sunday, and Joao says it's not good to plant plants that go in the ground, like root vegetables, on a Sunday. So we are not going to plant them today. We'll plant them probably during the week. And then up at the top, where Joao's going now, is where we get the most water. So I'm going to put my watermelon up there and my sweet potatoes, my potato dos, because they need lots of water. And slowly, but actually quite quickly, it gets mapped out. And over here by the greenhouse, there's like a nice natural L shape that's been shaped out with the path. In there, I'm going to put my lettuces and herbs because those are kind of the things that we'll use daily. Anyway, let me get these little beetroots in. This is a great way to spend time.
While we lay in the sunset, white out in June, her body sings, and I join the tune. All the sirens calling, crows leave their trees. every element's a past, every color that's attached. She paints pictures blue and green, and I release them to the sea for the ancient memories, just as fleeting as a breeze. She paints pictures blue and green.
It's amazing to feel how like fluffy the soil is after the tractor came yesterday. And also because this time of year is a little bit wetter, it's nice and malleable and easy to work with. By the summer it's going to be massively compacted and really, really hard. So it's obviously, you know, is the time to get it in. And all around us on our neighbouring farms, everybody's planting and busy, and all the vegetable gardens are being developed. When you go to the market to buy plants, it's like an auction. There's just hundreds of people trying to buy plants and seedlings and things. So it's really cool to feel a part of that. I love it. Those are not straight, but who's going for perfect anyway? These are my little sweet potatoes, or batata doce as they call it here in Portugal. I'm really excited about these. Apparently we should get about 20 potatoes per plant. Everybody says they grow like crazy, so I'm going to go and put them up at the top where there's lots of water. I'm just popping into the greenhouse because there's a lot in here that's desperate to come out. We've got some melons, patty pans, watermelons that are ready to be taken out of the greenhouse and put outside. Joao and I were just talking about putting them at the top of the field where there's a lot of compost in the soil and there's lots of water, which should make for big, happy, healthy melons. So let's get them outside, shall we? There's my patty pans. Some melons in amongst the sweet peas who are also just about ready to go out. And why we need a fence. Chickens are already in my vegetables. Oh dear. Thanks, Joao. Fifi, you've got the whole of Portugal, mate. You don't need to be in my veggies. We're going to have to put you back in your coop, mister. Right, there's the patty pans. And these. So the cool thing about having these planted in the egg cups is that the cardboard's basically disintegrated, so I can just use them as little, like, I don't know, planting pots, put it straight in the ground. There's extra carbon in that cardboard for them, which is very cool. So we've got melons and patty pans. How amazing to think that we grew these from seed. I know that seems like a daft thing to say, but it's really amazing to think that we just put these little seeds in the ground, in the seed trays, and now we've got baby plants. And really, it didn't take all that long. Mini. Right. Melons are good to go. So Joao's just made a trench for the melons. We're going to put some compost in there and then plant them out.
Crusoe wandered off from down here about an hour ago, muttering the words planting and digging. Pretty sure he's up there with Tara. So I'm getting a bit fed up of weeding, to be honest. It's one of those jobs that is very satisfying. There's some grass laid out there, blast. It's very satisfying when it's done, but can get a little bit, you know, kind of, I've had enough of this for now. So I've had enough of this for now, and I'm heading on up to see what Tara and Crusoe have been up to. I think they've been planting watermelons or something like that. Anyway, They'll probably have jobs for me when I get up there too, which I really love. Hello, my darling. What are you up to?
Just giving Sawyer some breakfast.
Oh, okay. How have you been getting on?
Yeah, good. We're just in the process of trying to get the bed ready to plant the melons.
Okay.
Joelle's dug a trench.
Yeah.
We need to put some compost in it.
Okay. Hello, Sawyer.
And then a whole bunch of melon seedlings are ready for their new home.
Okie doke.
Are you happy to see your dad?
Hey, Crusoe, what have you been doing? Yeah, Joel's here. Yeah, I see. Helping Joel. Well done.
Are you looking for a job, my love?
Yeah, always looking for a job. What can I do?
Would you like to finish the cobbled path?
Yeah, that sounds like fun.
Look at the state of your feet, mister.
All right, so when I was a kid, I remember reading a little bit about how the width of roads were made by the Romans. The Romans used to like to build in the UK anyway, in England anyway, big, long, straight roads. And my mother will no doubt correct me on this if I'm wrong, but I understand the reason why roads are the width that they were is because of horse carriages. So why am I thinking about that? I'm thinking about that because we've got paths to build and we need to know how wide should our path be. Should it be the width of a wheelbarrow? Logical. Or the width of a buggy? What do you think, darling?
Width of a buggy
Okay.
and a wheelbarrow.
Both. Okay. All right. So, there we have it. That was really easy. Thank you to the Romans for giving us that piece of inspiration.
And thank you for Sawyer for providing the need for a buggy.
Absolutely. So, the width of our paths need to be the width of Crusoe's transportation and the compost transportation. Simple
Sawyer's
as that.
transportation.
Anybody else do that? Sorry, little man. Sawyer's transportation.
Okay, so what we've done here is Joelle dug a trench. Maybe how you can't see it on the camera. Anyway, we filled it with compost and now we're just covering it back up again, and then the melons are going to go in there. So we're going to put, yeah, a row of melons like that and then another one like that, and then they kind of grow forwards into the space in front of them is the plan. Watermelons over there in that corner. potatoes, and then we kind of have still got this space which we don't really know what to do with just yet, but there's still plenty to plant out, so all will become clear. Are in the ground and Crusoe's giving them some water. Good job. Good work, my boy. Well, love, our first row of melons are in.
All right.
Are you okay? What did you do? Right, what's the plan?
The plan is... That may very well be the end of this episode.
I think it probably should be.
If you've enjoyed this episode, which we really hope that you have, it's been one of our favourites, certainly to make, and and of course the work has been great fun too. And please do remember, like, subscribe, turn on notifications, join us for the journey. It's only just beginning.
Leave us a comment, and most importantly, remember to be brave,
Think big.
and explore. We better go.
See you next
See you
week.
next time.